Hey, hi. I've been fooling around with the lighting. I shared that in the other video. Okay, so sorry about that. I think, look, I think we fixed it. I don't know. It's a mystery. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the history stuff that happened in the year that I left college. And the stuff that was going on in the country was pretty interesting, as it is now. It's always interesting. And so it's hard when you're older and you look back and you go, you see some stuff repeat, you see some patterns, you see behaviors, and you go, hmm. So it's not that things don't affect me now, they do, but they really affected me back then because it was like a brand new baby to anything in politics or world events. So I printed it out. I'm going to go over some of the stuff real quick. Some of you might not know about the big wars in Ireland between one faction and another, being politically correct. But one faction decided, because they were so mad at England and Great Britain and all that, they were going to do bombings there. So, they're trying to make a point, but maybe not the best way to make a point. I'm not real sure. It's kind of died down. There's still animosity nowadays. But yeah, that was a pretty big headline thing. And they were bombing mainland Britain. Duh. Sad. Anyway, okay. Here. I used to smile on my face because I saw politics for what it was back then. Richard Nixon becomes the. Wait, I'm going to read it off. Late breaking news. Richard Nixon becomes the first U.S. president forced to resign after the Watergate scandal. Okay, so big headlines. Big. He kept denying it, the famous pictures, and they used to call him Tricky Dick. And so, guys, if you don't know the history, it's pretty intriguing. You guys think you're the only ones going through stuff. We went through some stuff too when we were baby brains. So, okay. Stephen King, the now famous author, was only 26 years old, and he came out with his first debut novel, Carrie. Okay, they made it into a movie. Okay, so headlines. Now, President Gerald Ford gives an unconditional pardon to President Nixon. Unconditional. Right? And we think now, like everybody's this, that, this. I'm not going to say the names because I'm liable to get dinged. But, this big thing about what, that, and this, and the one before, and the one after, and da-da-da. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. Okay, sorry. A little cynical there. Okay, let's see. The 55 mile per hour speed limit was imposed to save gas nationwide. And before that, all the states had different things, and they didn't have unified symbols of the speed limit from one state to another. However, let me make note that in some states out here, I think Wyoming, some of the speed signs say 75. So they broke the law. See what I mean? It's like everybody gets upset. There's this amendment, that amendment. They're going to do what they want to do, wherever they want to do it. Okay? Enough said. Just watch history repeat itself, right? Okay, at that time, the Sears Tower in Chicago became the world's tallest building, and the global recession deepens. Okay, so following impeachment hearings on May 9th, Richard Nixon left office, okay? And he didn't leave until August 9th. It began in 1972, and it ended 2 years later. All right, yes, this included the break-in at the Democratic Party headquarters by Nixon associates to sabotage political opponents. Do you guys think now that this is something new? They invited with the documents and the boxes and the hiding. That this stuff's been going on. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Rumble in the Jungle. There was a song, it was Rumble in the Jungle too, but Jungle Boogie. But George Foreman and Muhammad Ali wanted to regain his heavyweight title. Big, huge event, and it took place in Zaire, which for those of you who don't know at the time was the Democratic of the Congo. Okay. Ali's strategy was to let Foreman hit him until he was too tired, remind me of Rocky, And then Ali would come at him with a series of quick punches until he was won by a knockout. Okay, and it was called the rope-a-dope. This was famous back then, okay, because rope-a-dope. All right. Ali did defeat Foreman by a knockout in the 8th round. I mean, they were muckied up. I did watch it on TV. It was muckied up. He was the only second former heavyweight champion to regain his title. Okay, so now here I'm going to talk about the cost of living. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rush through that, but yeah. Cost of living. The average cost of a new house was $34,900. Okay, the average income, this is nationwide, $14,000. Of course, that's, big, small, average, right? Average monthly rent, $185. Okay, cost of a gallon of gasoline. This one I had to go look up again because I almost didn't believe it. It says 42 cents. But the gas went up and down. Okay, a Buick station wagon was $4,371. A dozen eggs, 45 cents. Ford Galaxy 500 was 3,800. Tomatoes were 19 cents a pound. I just was at the market today. They had a small little box of tomatoes and they wanted $7 at the market. Oh, okay. Portable TV, $264.88. Okay, let me see. A cassette recorder, which cassettes were a big deal. You were hot if you had a cassette player. Now you see them like in Salvation Army or Goodwill or on flea market tables, $5, $3, whatever. This shows you, so whatever's really cool right now, hold your horses. The price is going to drop. And maybe you don't even need it because it'll be on a flea market table in 5 years, right? Duh. That's just wisdom from an old granny. Okay, let's see. A country ranch with 10 acres, okay, and a 3-bedroom, a large barn, fruit and oak trees in Vallejo, California. Okay, location Vallejo, California, was $59,000. Okay, a little above the average, but $59,000? Hello, who wouldn't jump on that right now? Okay, we talked about Stephen King. The Soviet Union launches a space station on December 26th that year, and it carried an X-ray telescope. Yeah, there was always that space race. Remember I told you when I was a little kid? They're still doing it. And now we don't hear about it that much, but they're still doing it. They're still neck and neck. Elon Musk with going to Mars and all that. It's always about the space. Okay, let's see. Okay, finally. There was a lot of people during the Vietnam War that took off. They said it wasn't a just war. They went to Canada. They went here. Some of the rumors were that some of the congressmen's sons were excused, this thing. But anyway, that year, amnesty for Vietnam War deserters was made a law. It's like you could come back to the United States if you were hiding out in Canada. Okay, big deal back then. I mean, not now, because they don't do the draft so much now. Okay, so there was a smallpox epidemic in India. It killed between 10 and 20,000 people. Oh, Patricia Hearst. Okay, so she was kidnapped, and that's where you get all these things about the symptom, Hearst symptom, when people are captive, because she got on their side. Okay, largest tornadoes in history. 13 states all at once hit by tornadoes. I'm just going through some of the histories. Okay, so here's the one I'm getting to, and I'm going to try to end it really quickly. Popular films: The Sting, The Exorcist, Papillon, which is about, with Dustin Hoffman, and it's about the jail. It's very good. Herbie Rides Again, Blazing Saddles, Great Gatsby, Serpico, Death Wish, The Godfather Part 2, Murder on the Orient Express. Oh, Agatha Christie, highly recommended. TV shows, Kung Fu. Yes, massa. Kung Fu is a great series. Okay, The Price is Right, The Waltons, Kojak, who I always thought my father looked like when he started to lose hair. Kojak, and he had lollipop. He said, "Who loves you, baby?" $6 Million Man. Believe it or not, that very year, Leonardo DiCaprio was born. And that's about it for the big stuff that I knew about. Alexander Solzhenitsyn, who wrote the Gulag Archipelago, was kicked out of Russia. Big deal. Anyway, okay, so that was the stuff that was going on that year. I did my homework. Yay! Or I hope that was interesting and valuable, and if not, I'm sorry. I told you to forgive me in the beginning.